I was in a session where a young fellow asked me, "Today there's no dearth of advice on social media. And in fact, as an audience, I get more confused than understanding. Someone says do this, other says don't do this, do that. It's everywhere. Whether it's advice on relationship or career or dieting or investing, it's so overwhelming." He just asked me, "Can you simply tell me what to do to build a good investment portfolio so that I have enough money to pay for my goals and have complete control over my finances?" I said, "Brother, the reality is personal finance is very easy. But our human brain many times refuses to accept very simple solution for what we assume is a very complex problem, just like we do with doctors' advice. For instance, बैकएक या शोल्डर पेन का सबसे इजी सोल्यूशन क्या होता है? करेक्ट पोस्चर, एक्सरसाइज और सिंपली गो फॉर अ वॉक. But most of us fail to do it. In the same way, personal finance is also very easy. But we often complicate it because we think it's meant to be complex. So here's what I generally tell people to do, which can actually give you an end-to-end solution to all your financial worries. Number 1, pay yourself first. Number 2, have an emergency fund. Number 3, get insurance. Number 4, clear your debts. And number 5, give time to compound. When we get salary or some bonus, what comes in our mind? Pay the bills, EMIs, square off credit card payments, and maybe then buy things which you're waiting for them to buy, or maybe plan a trip or a party this weekend. Then if still some money is left, it's time to upgrade our phones or maybe a car and whatnot. Well, if that's on someone's mind, then it's literally impossible to build a portfolio and to live your life on your own terms. What you need to do is to change the equation from income minus expenses is equal to saving to income minus saving is equal to expenses. It is suggested that you must first set aside a certain amount of your income as savings before you spend or even think of spending it. The thumb rule is when you are in your 20s or early 30s, save at least 20% of your income. And when you are in your 30s or 40s, at least save 30% of your income. I have seen many investors who start with a long-term vision, but then they withdraw the money in between due to some emergencies. They have the best of the intention, but due to unforeseen circumstances, they are compelled to withdraw their savings which are meant for some other goals. Now, to avoid such derailment, it's best to create an emergency fund. Ideally, one should have an emergency fund which would cover 6 to 12 months of your monthly expenses. Next is to get insurance. Often I'm asked which is more important, insurance or emergency fund. Honestly, both are essential because they serve different purposes. But if you want to know which one you should start with, watch my video on emergency fund versus insurance. Insurance is all about being ready for the life worst case scenarios, whether it's unexpected hospitalization or an accident or even premature death. Think of insurance like an airbag in your car. You hope you'll never need it, but you are really glad it is there when the things go wrong. When taking insurance, always remember to take plain vanilla products rather than fancy products. Take simple insurance products that cover illness, death, and accidents. Avoid falling for marketing gimmicks like integrated policies or pay for 5-7 years deals like that. This is one of the biggest trap of 21st century. Money on credit is easily available like grocery, and that too at a click of a button. But that kind of ease is what often leads people to get into a debt trap, one that's very difficult to get out. Now, when it comes to debt, there are two kinds of debt: a good debt and a bad debt. A good debt is one that creates assets for you, like a home loan or an education. They add value in your life. But there are other debts which fulfills your want, like car, phone, travel, etc. They all are bad debts. They only increase your liability and reduces your ability to build wealth. So in case you have such debt which increase your liability do repay them first before you start your journey for long term. But if you're running a home loan or an education loan, then don't prepay them. Start your long-term planning along with EMIs. It's not about getting rid of all the debts. It's about understanding which debt works for you and which doesn't work for you. I've already spoken many a times on power of compounding. In fact, I even did a whole video on it explaining how it works. So if you haven't seen it yet, you must check it out. Compounding is what turns your thousands into lakhs and your lakhs into crores over a period of time. It's that simple, but also it's very powerful. The key is to give your investments time, and the best time to start is now. Start with whatever you have, even if it feels small. If you're already investing, keep pushing yourself to invest a bit more. Remember, when I say give time to investment, it should be at least 10 years or more for compounding to show its magic. Just by sticking to these time-tested and fundamental principles of personal finance, you'll be among the top 1% of successful investors. What truly matters in the long run is you, the investor. It's about how consistently and diligently you follow these principles. But with the right mindset and consistent action, even an average strategy can deliver amazing results. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. And feel free to share your thoughts or questions in the comment section below. I would love to hear what you think. We'll see you in the next video.